Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another podcast. Pay close attention to your surroundings. Now, y'all know, mostly I talk about, man gets woman on this channel, but if y'all really pay attention, that's only really about 60 to 70% of the time. A lot of people focus so much on that, but see, if you start really looking at some of my other videos, I talk about other stuff. I talk about other stuff on here. Now, if it's specifically business or some deep thought, I got other channels for that, right? Or making money or getting deeper onto some. I would use the term generally metaphysics, but more than the science than the actual spiritual path on my deep thought channel, right? But this is just some man stuff. Pay attention to your surroundings. A man needs to always be looking around. A man needs to always be looking around. He needs to know what's in his immediate environment. It's a shame that I've seen just from how some men talk or, especially, I ain't gonna start anything there. But I've noticed that I'm like, dude, are you in your environment? What's your environment? What's your exact environment? What's going on in your precise environment? A lot of people don't even know. A lot of men don't know. Because we live in a time now, especially with some younger guys, it's like they work and they come home. Seriously, they work and they come home, or they spend all their time on the internet or something, or in their phones or something. And for a man, that's no good. See, understand one thing with the masculine energy wants to impose his will on his immediate environment. Now, I've talked about boundaries on here before. A man's natural boundary is 3 feet out from him. He always wants to be in his space and everything. That's why some men are ready to fight or even kill. Some men are ready to fight and even kill if you violate their space. All right, fine. That's good. But see, in order to really protect your personal space, you need to know what's going on outside of it. You need to know what type of people are in your basic neighborhood. You need to know how they behave. Men and women, friend and potential foe. Well, I'll say potential friend. You need to know who's around, you looking around. Like sometimes when y'all see me do my car videos, y'all notice when I'm driving, for the most part, I'm keeping, I'm looking straight ahead for the most part when I'm driving. But y'all notice when I stop, when I pull into a parking lot or something, I'm looking around a whole lot more. Now, I understand when, people say, well, you should be looking in the camera or something, right? And that's cool. And that's what I do when I do my couch videos, because I'm in my place. I'm in my space and I already know my environment. I'm safe. I'm safe. But see, when I'm in a parking lot, I keep my head on a swivel. Y'all knows when I'm looking around, I keep my head on a swivel. It don't take much, even though I'm in a fairly affluent neighborhood and be in fairly affluent places when I'm in that neighborhood. You never know when you just get that one person to run up on you. Because we still got some, I'll say with some poor spots around here. We got some questionable people around here. Sometimes, they just enough. So what do? I keep my head on the swivel. I'm always walking around. If I'm walking around, I'm always looking around. When I'm walking, no matter where I go. Now, like I said, the area I live in is fairly affluent. But if I'm going in some other places, I'm paying attention. I remember one time I went to some place in Rosedale. I was going to this. I was going to get something. I was looking for something. I forgot what I was looking for. Oh, no, yeah, I was looking for some pants. I had been in this area before because there's a Peruvian chicken place I like there. But I remember I was down there and this was when there was that big thing with Popeyes and that chicken sandwich that, people were going crazy over. I was by Popeyes and I did some on my YouTube. Not YouTube, I'm sorry, my IG. And I uploaded something. I say, man, look at these people in line. All of that, right? And I remember there was some people. This was in Rosedale, outside of Baltimore. There was a couple of people familiar with that area who follow me on IG, and they hit me up. They were like, "Hey, Uncle Ron, be careful. They were like, yeah, be careful around that particular area and stuff. And I let them know. It's like, yeah, I'm here. It's like I was looking for. I forgot what I was looking for, but it was something I had to get, and I was trying to find. And I said, nah. I said, I got it. I said, I thanked him, of course, but even around there, I was paying attention. I was like, I kept my head on a swivel because that's what I learned. That's one thing I learned in life. I don't care where you go, look around. Don't be caught up into something. If people ever see me walking, I don't have my head. I don't be listening to something on my phone. In fact, when I walk, I actually got a murder walk when I'm walking. I'm looking like I'm ready to hurt somebody. And no joking, I learned that coming up. I learned that coming up. You gotta be walking in such a man need to be walking in such a way where it looked like somebody on a predator thing don't want to mess with you. Or they at least think about it, say, you know what? Nah, he ain't worth it. Cause here's some like raw street game for anybody, especially some younger guys. A lot of guys get robbed or they get punked or they get tried really because they look like they ain't walking around looking like they ready to hurt something. Because the predators out there, they look for a specific prey. It's the same principle like homeless people when they trying to get money, or some panhandlers. They know they can already look at somebody and say who going to get what, who going to give what. They reading you very well. See, and as an aside, that's one thing about, like you get a lot of people talk about the Pookies and Ray Rays, the street cats and stuff. One place that those people have like some high intelligence is high social intelligence. Because being able to read a person and read their possible intentions is a survival mechanism. That's why I can read somebody real well. If I'm in your presence, let's just say you would have to be an expert at controlling your body language and everything for me not to really read your intention. And even then, sometimes I'll let you think you getting over on me just to see how far you want to take it. But that's me. But any true street cat know what I'm talking about. That's the main thing. And let me go with that. Change it for a sec. That's why I'm not big on lying to women and stuff. Especially, you might be able to get away with it with some woman who, grew up in a very sheltered environment. But you got a woman, she got a little bit of street in her, or either street in her or trailer park in her, because that comes across races. I've seen that in women of all all races and stuff. They picking up on everything. And I notice I say everything. I ain't say everything. Everything. That's just some street stuff. But, getting back to the main thing, which was that tangent was even a part of that. You got to know it. It's like you walking down the street or wherever, somebody's sizing you up. You could have a woman sizing. In fact, like since we talking about mainly men versus getting women on here, a lot of dudes get played by those type of women. You get some woman, she got a nice body and stuff. She already checked you out before you even saw, and she might say, you know what, he's a lick. He's a lick. Let me get some money out of this lick. And that's some real talk right there. That's some real talk. You always gotta pay attention. You always gotta keep that head on a swivel. Always. It's like, don't mess around with that. Every man, like a lot of men want to know how to get street smarts. And I remember I did something on social intelligence, but I would just say, you want to get it, get your ass out in the street. That's why I said, and I actually did a video one time. I said, if you really want to get red pill, don't think you becoming red pill on the internet. You can. I don't care how many videos you watch. I'm gonna say this. I don't care who get mad because of it. But I don't give a fuck how many videos you watch. I don't give a fuck how many people you give money to. Ain't nothing happening to you out there. Ain't nothing happening. Then you gonna really see what people are like. That's why I said one time, if you really want to get red pill, sell all your stuff. Just maybe keep a backpack and go to some city you never been to before, don't have any relatives, don't have any support, and just go with nothing. And if you can survive that, trust me, you're not just red pill, you fucking Zion. So, anyway, Pay close attention to your surroundings always. So, keep your head on a swivel. I go any place. I don't care where I go. I'm peeping everything. So every man need to be that way because that's our nature. We go out. We pay attention to the environment. So that's all I got for today. I'll talk to y'all. Peace and blessings.